Hey, so my name is James Greenland and I'm currently studying in my third year at the University of Gloucestershire for my bachelor's degree in animal biology. So today I'm going to give you some advice and some tips about the NS5001 Internship Module and share some of my experiences with you. So have your future in mind. So I think it's really important to find a place that you think is personally going to be useful for you after university. So for me, I personally like to go into wildlife filmmaking. So being an animal biology student and being very interested in animals, I looked at many different places and any centres or opportunities that would allow me to work closely or face to face with animals. So this led me to go down routes of kennels and shelters and vets and zoos and all of that kind of thing. But I also thought it was important to find something that I was actually really going to enjoy as well. So it's important to get some sort of enjoyment out of the experience that you're doing. And if not, then it's actually a really useful learning experience that helps you underpin what you'd actually might like to do as a career. And whether you'd like to continue in the field which your internship is based, or whether you'd like to maybe try something a bit different. So for my internship, I managed to find a small bird of prey centre about a 25-minute drive away from where I live in West Sussex. So I found that to be very beneficial that it was small and local, because by the end of the internship, I felt that I was actually part of the community and the workforce there. I was able to fit in well to the dynamic that was present at the bird of prey centre. So I was able to participate in a whole range of activities such as flying the birds and being involved in demonstrations and holding the birds, and effectively having a crash course in falconry, which was actually really interesting. So the internship module is actually really great at helping you on your way to finding a career. So because I wanted to go into wildlife filmmaking, I was allowed to film my experiences at the centre for the portfolio rather than writing them. And so I put together a video that I can now show to potential employers in the future in the wildlife filmmaking industry. So the reason I did the internship module as opposed to the other modules offered was because throughout uni I've always had my future at the back of my mind. So I wanted to do as much that would aid me in my future, and I thought that was very important. So before uni I didn't really have much on my CV, so when I saw the internship module I thought it'd be a really great way to get some experience in a field that actually really strongly appealed to me. And simply put, I thought it'd actually be really fun and exciting to potentially go out of my comfort zone and try something new. So I actually really enjoyed every part of my internship, and I found it really eye-opening seeing how a place like a bird of prey centre was operated and how the birds were looked after and managed, and actually being really heavily involved in it was really useful for me. I think a key aspect of the internship which was especially beneficial for me personally was that the learning aspect of the internship was very practical based, which I much prefer as opposed to simply listening and remembering information. And I find if I'm physically doing something, it's a lot more enjoyable and memorable for me. The internship is actually a really good opportunity to network and make connections in a field that involves people that are potentially involved in a future that you might like to take on when you're older. And during the internship I also made a load of friends, which I'm still really good friends with now, so that was really nice. So before I started the internship, I wasn't a particularly nervous person, but I did still want to improve my confidence, especially in front of people, and I wanted to improve my ability to speak fluently and in an informative and exciting manner. So while spending my internship at a bird of prey centre, I was definitely able to accomplish this to some extent. So the role of meet and owl was taken up by myself. So this involved me going around to the public, talking about all aspects of the bird and allowing them to hold it. So this was also in addition to, on one occasion, me standing in front of about 80 people on my own talking about the bird, and photos were being taken. But it was a really good experience, especially for things that I might have to do in the future, such as presentation. So it was a really good learning curve actually. So overall, my advice to anyone thinking about doing the internship module would probably be to do it. So especially if, like me, if you don't have much experience or would like to spend more time in an environment that you can see yourself working in the future, and if you're not sure what you'd like to do in the future, then maybe just try something that you think you'd enjoy or something that you think you're interested in, because this module really can open up so many doors for students, so I definitely recommend it. So that was some advice and some tips about the internship module and a bit about my experiences. Thank you for listening.